year with Lyme disease, and New Jersey has the second highest amount of cases in the whole entire country. Eileen says her brother, who was a businessman and lived in the Poconos, was training for a triathlon when his health just took a turn for the worse.
After 2 years, he was confined to a wheelchair. He was robbed of his voice. He wasn't able to walk. So we finally found out a dear friend who was a physician's assistant came to visit him one day and could not believe what had happened to her friend. And she took him to a Lyme-littered physician who immediately, given the fact that he was training in the woods for triathlon, was getting weaker. That was enough for this physician to realize that this was a good possibility. It was tick-borne illness.
Did Congressman Chris Smith come up in any of the conversations? I feel like they should meet, because he spent 20 years on the Hill fighting to get the recognition about what he calls, and a lot of medical experts that he's brought up before Congress call, a chronic condition, a chronic disease, something that's really, it's not only misdiagnosed, but there's a reluctancy on the part of the federal government to recognize what the condition is, so they can't get the funding.
She didn't bring up his name specifically, but the one thing she's most frustrated about is that she says the testing is not adequate in the U.S.
No,
There's no test that will, it's after the fact.
If she doesn't know Congressman Smith, I think you ought to introduce him.
I would love to. Thanks, Bill.
All right. Another great night of chasing